Imagine breaking a bone and feeling nothing. That's the reality for Ashlyn Blocker, a woman born with congenital insensitivity to pain, a rare condition that makes her completely unable to feel pain. Sounds like a superpower, right? But it's actually super dangerous. Without pain, she doesn't realize when she's injured, making even small wounds life-threatening. Scientists are still trying to understand how her brain blocks pain signals. Would you want this superpower, or is pain actually a lifesaver? Imagine never sleeping for 11 years straight. That's what happened to Paul Kern, a Hungarian soldier who was shot in the head during World War I. When he woke up, doctors were shocked. He never slept again, not even for a second. Yet, he somehow stayed alive and fully functional. Scientists never figured out how his brain kept going without rest. Was he superhuman, or was something else at play? Imagine remembering every single moment of your life, every conversation, every meal, every detail. That was reality for Solomon Treshevsky, a man with an extreme memory condition called hyperthymesia. He could recall anything instantly, even years later, but having a perfect memory wasn't a blessing, it was a curse. He struggled to forget painful moments and even had trouble living a normal life. Would you want a memory like this, or is forgetting a superpower? Getting struck by lightning is rare, but what if it happened to you 7 times? That's exactly what happened to Roy Sullivan, a park ranger who somehow survived getting hit by lightning more than anyone in history. He was struck at work, at home, in his car, and even while fishing. Scientists say the odds of this happening are nearly impossible, yet he lived through it all. Was he cursed, or just the unluckiest man ever? Imagine waking up and realizing you're at your own funeral. That's exactly what happened to Rosângela Almeida dos Santos, a woman from Brazil who was declared dead and buried. But she wasn't actually dead. For 11 days, locals heard noises coming from her grave. When they finally opened the coffin, what they found was truly terrifying. How did this happen, and could it happen again? Falling from a plane at 33,000 feet means instant death, right? Not for Vesna Vulovic, a flight attendant who holds the world record for the highest fall without a parachute. In 1972, her plane exploded mid-air, and she fell from the sky, but somehow, she lived. Scientists still can't fully explain how she survived. But one thing is for sure, this is one of the craziest survival stories ever. Would you believe it if it weren't real? Lost at sea for 438 days, alone. No food, no fresh water, just the endless ocean. That was the real-life nightmare of Jose Salvador Alvarenga, a fisherman who got caught in a storm and drifted over 9,000 miles across the Pacific. Everyone thought he was dead, until he washed up on an island, 438 days later. How did he survive, and what did he eat? His story is almost too crazy to be true, but it is. What would make someone live in a cave for 20 years? Meet Pierre-Paul Riquet, a Frenchman who voluntarily retreated into a cave to live in complete isolation. With no modern technology, he survived off the land, built his own shelter, and found peace in total solitude. Why did he choose to live this way? What drove him to completely disconnect from the world? Could you ever live in total isolation for years? Escaping prison once is impressive, but 4 times. Meet William Francis Sutton, a master escape artist who broke out of prison, not once, not twice, but 4 times. He used fake guns, disguises, and even dug tunnels to escape. But no matter how clever he was, the police always caught him again. After his final arrest, he gave up. But people still wonder, if he had one more chance, would he escape again? Imagine going to the airport and never leaving. That's exactly what happened to Mehran Karimi Nasseri, a man who lived in Charles de Gaulle Airport in France for 18 years. His story sounds like a movie, and it actually inspired the film The Terminal, starring Tom Hanks. So why was he stuck there? It all started when he lost his travel documents, and no country would accept him, not even his own. For nearly 2 decades, he ate, slept, and survived inside the airport. But here's the big question: how did his story finally end?